There are certain times in a gig where I would just, you know, forget about like what I'm doing, and I forget that I'm the singer for a minute. Sometimes it's not really good because then sometimes you're like, oh God, what's the lyrics, you know? But sometimes I just try to, you know, astral projection type thing. I try to leave my body and I try to kind of look at it from the outside looking in, you know? And it's pretty weird. Sometimes it's kind of like, is this really happening? And then it's like flick back in, and you have to, you know, back into the singing. So usually you're singing and you're playing, so you don't really get too much time to take it in. But I guess that's why it's nice to make videos, because you get to kind of look at it and go, wow, that was cool. Was I there? You know, kind of thing. Yeah.
If you have a bad show, like, we'll just like look forward to the next one. I mean, they're all not going to be great anyway. So some of the festivals are a bit strange. All right, like you get no sound check or anything like that, and you're just half hour on the stage and you do it and you're off again, like, so. And then you're getting battered probably off the stage sometimes, like.
Remember we did a gig once in, I think it was Glasgow. And it was pitch black, know what I mean, you know. But all I could see, some guy must have got his teeth done that day. You could just see this white teeth, you know. I guess there was about 5 people there, and you could just see this guy's teeth, like, way down in the crowd. It's just, well, yeah, in the crowd of black, you know. But it's just things like that stick out in your mind.
It was in a place called some kind of a hippie vegetarian cafe place down in Limerick, like, and we went in, like, and set up, and it was like, you know, we had about 3 songs, and we were playing before some other band, and it was just complete, like, it was, well, like, my comment, like, after the gig was over, said, we'll never play in this town again, and it was, you know, so it was absolutely brutal, like.
Yeah, it's hard to pick a favourite because they're all like your children or whatever, you know? They're all babies, so it's hard to pick a favourite.
I love singing Dying in the Sun because it's pretty naked, you know? And I like singing Ridiculous Thoughts because there's a little bit of choreography going on there, man. I like to dance, you know? And that one's got kind of a weird, funky beat, so.
There's kind of some of the older ones you kind of go, I've kind of had it with this one now, you know? And especially the early ones, the kind of chord sequence is very simple because, you know, we didn't know what we were doing. We don't know 4 chords, and, you know, you're just playing them that way or backwards. And, you know, it's kind of, you're doing those now, and, you know, you've learned, you know, 4 more chords by now. And
well, Dreams and Linger and all those are like 10 years old, and that's me when I was 18. And now I'm 28, and the stuff that we're writing now is a bit different, like Promises and, you know, like, it's just Animal Instinct, and it's kind of different. I guess it's a little bit more mature.
Dreams now, if I hear it in the radio, it's like, oh Christ, turn it over, like, you know, not that again. It's just too much, like. But it's different playing it live because you're actually playing it. It's like driving a car and being a passenger. So when you hear it in the radio, you're just the passenger.
I mean, a rehearsal, you kind of get sick of playing them right because you kind of pass them and say, oh, sure, like, no, we know this one, like, if we don't know it by now or whatever, like, but playing live is a different story. It's great to play them again, like, all the time live. It's just different because you have the atmosphere and the audience there and stuff, so it's a lot better.
We play a lot harder now than we did, especially on the first album, you know, and a lot of those kind of prefer the live versions now because, you know, you play it better and harder, and, you know, listening to the album, not, you know, it's been years since I have, but from what I remember of it, it's quite tame. And, you know, it doesn't kind of explode at any point with, you know, tons of distortion and screaming and, you know, like a bunch of lunatics.
I've created my own style of dance over the years, quite similar to native Indians, because I saw some Indians a couple of weeks ago in Mexico, and they were like doing a lot of stuff, and I was like, he's ripping me off, man. But then I thought, you know, he never went to a Cranberries gig, he's not ripping me. You know, but, you know, they do a lot of that, you know, the legs, like, I love that stuff. I love dancing, yeah, it's good. But I like, you know, dancing completely out of control with no formula, no format, and you just go with it, you know. I like that.
So you just keep doing it, like, until, you know, you stop enjoying it, really. Like, if we don't like doing it anymore, that's when you call it a day, like, but for the moment, everything's going great, like, but I think that we will take more time, like, with family and friends, like, like that time that we've done, because if we just do too much of this, it just drives you mad after a while, like, so. And as long as we do that, like, spread it out well and evenly, to have our own lives as well, I think it'll go on for a good while, hopefully.
You know what I see is, I see a huge evolution, and it surprises me. to sit back and I go, jeez, you know, I used to be so freaked out in front of people, and now I'm like this animal or something. But that's okay, though, you know, I get to release and stuff, you know. It's like, God, I never thought I'd become like that. What's happening to me? It's okay, I'm over it, you know.
When my children turn around and go, Dad, would you ever cop on? You know, and give it a miss. I think then it's time to go, all right, I'm way too old for this, like. You know, yeah. Well, we've often talked about it, like, how long do you go? Like, we're doing it 10 years now, and, you know, 10 years ago, you'd be thinking, geez, 10 years is a long time, you'd be calling it a day then. Like, right now, like, we're talking about doing more albums and all that kind of thing, and I guess I'm 28 now, so I'm not that old. Just kind of started this young enough, and I don't know, I guess see how it goes. I really don't want to be one of those old kind of, you know, old guys kind of on the stage going, you know, wearing like those 50, 60-year-olds with combats on and big runners, you know, kind of being, yeah, I'm hip with the crowd, you know. And yeah, you know, and everyone going, my God almighty, look at him. You know, I just retire and go home, buy a pub or something like that, you know.